In this video, I'll show you 2 quick and easy way to make typewriter type on effect in Premiere Pro. Let's look at first method. I've already added a video clip to my timeline. Now let's start by creating your text. Click the Type tool or press T. Double-click on the text layer to open it up in the Essential Graphics panel, or you can just open it from Window menu. Here in Edit tab, you can adjust the size and spacing of your text. In order to align at the center of the screen, use that Align buttons. Now go over to Effects and search for the Wipe. If you want more control over Wipe Effect, then you can use Linear Wipe. It's a built-in transition, so you can click and drag Wipe Effect onto the beginning of your text layer. You can also adjust its speed. And if you add typing sound effect underneath it, you'll get something like this. Let's talk about second method. In order to add text, you can follow the previous steps. Now go over to Effects panel and search for the crop. You can apply it by double-clicking or dragging onto the clip. Under Effect Controls panel, position the playhead at the beginning of the clip. Now click the stopwatch next to right and change the value to 100, which will create our starting keyframe. Now move ahead a few seconds and change the value back to 0. If you adjust the distance of the keyframes, it will change the speed of the animation. But what if we also want blinking cursor? For that, you can take the help of Rectangle tool. Then set the fill to white and position it at the beginning of the text. In order to make this blink cursor, we're going to cut every 5 frames. But if you want it to blink faster, then obviously you can cut every 2 to 3 frames. Now, starting from where you made your first cut, delete every other cutout chunk of shape layer and you should end up with something like this. Now all we have to do is basically keyframe the position of this cursor from the beginning till the end of the text and make sure that you correct any frames where it doesn't align with the text properly. If you want the same blink effect at the end as well, then you just need to move the playhead to where the cursor animation ends and make a cut at that position. However, this time we have inserted a rectangle shape within the same text layer, so the previous technique won't work. You can either separate the shape into its own graphic layer or simply add keyframes at 0 and 100% opacity to create a blinking cursor effect. And finally, if you add typing sound effect underneath it, you'll get something like this.